Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. My name is Rehema Kilagwa, a student from Communication Department, presenting a paper titled Level of Participation in Domestic Solid Waste Management in Dar es Salaam City, Tanzania. To go straight in my presentation, this is my introduction. Domestic solid waste is a trash or garbage that is being generated from the household activities. Its management involves several processes, including cleaning, sorting, correcting, transferring, disposing, as well as minimization process. The challenge of domestic solid waste in Dar es Salaam is due to several factors, such as urbanization, rapid population growth, high rates of unplanned settlement, and low level of awareness. Several reports revealed on the low level of public awareness, including the report of the Dar es Salaam City of 2015, which mentioned low level of public awareness as a contributing factor to poor management of domestic solid waste in Dar es Salaam City. In spite of the government effort on awareness campaign, but the issue continues to be challenged in Dar es Salaam because majority still, they don't know how to sort it properly, how to correct it, and how to dispose. And refusing to pay correction fees by thinking that this is not their responsibility, but it's the government responsibility because they are paying tax. The study assumed that mass media, especially radio, has a great contribution on influencing public participation on the effective domestic solid waste management through educating people on the issue and changing public perception and attitude towards the issue. Therefore, this study aimed to examine the level of participation in DSWM among radio listeners in Dar es Salaam City. The study objectives to test the level of radio usage, awareness, perception, attitude, and participation in DSWM among radio listeners in Dar es Salaam City. Also to test the differences among categories of gender, education level, and household income on participation in DSWM. The significance of the study. The study will help the future researcher to broaden their knowledge and understanding on the issue. Also will enable, will be able to provide the direction to the policymakers and other institutions on the capability of the radio on educating and raising public awareness on the issue. It will also help the media institution to assess their programs and make sure that they train journalists to be more competent in covering and reporting environmental issues, including DSWM. The study applied development communication theory. This theory was developed by Dennis in 1987. Its assumption is that mass media is a great tool for promoting national development in developing countries. So when the government fight for the changes, mass media plays several roles, including creating awareness, being a watchdog, educating the public, influencing attitude and behavioral change. In the context of this study, proper DSWM depends on the positive contribution of the radio by not just reporting on the environmental issues, but also influencing public to participate in DSWM. Conceptual framework of the study carries 3 hypotheses, which tested the differences of categories between gender, education level, household income on participation in DSWM. To go straight in the methodology, this study applied a quantitative research design by using a survey method, and all households located in Temeke municipality with a total of above 300,000 of household was taken as their targeted population. The sample size is 400. Research instrument was used through survey. Self-administered questionnaire was used as an instrument for data collection from the respondents. The pilot study was conducted at the end of July 2019, while the actual study conducted in September up to November 2019. And the analysis of this study, descriptive statistic and inferential statistic, one supported test and independent test was used. Reliability tests, 5 variable was tested against the Cromba alpha of 0.7, and all variable items tested are reliable and no item deleted or added. Demographic information for gender, age, education, and household income was analyzed for frequency and percentage, where the result revealed that they are mainly female, aged between 21 to 30, with education level of primary and below. And also mainly they are having low income level of 300,000 Tanzanian shillings and below. Levels of variables, 5 variables was tested and revealed positive and significant, where participation in DSWM rated higher than other variables. So therefore, this means that the respondents agree that they participate in DSWM and use radio for obtaining solid waste details, and also they are aware and have positive perception and attitude towards the issue. Independent testing was used for testing the differences of categories of gender, education, and household income on participation in DSWM, and the result revealed insignificant. So this implies that there is no significant differences between the categories of gender, education, and household income on participation in DSWM. Therefore, all tested hypotheses are rejected. To conclude, the level of household participation in DSWM seems to be high. However, proper management is still challenged because majority have no education on proper waste management, lack of proper management tools, separation become a source of income for the poor. Also, the issue of demographic factors like gender, education, and income has no contribution on public participation in the SWM. The limitation and suggestion of this study, widening the population by including households from other municipalities or cities. This will help to assess and understanding more on the level of household participation in solid waste management, and also the application of survey methods and duration of the data collection was coincidentally during dry season. This may have some impact on the study. Therefore, the future study should consider on longitudinal design by comparing two different periods, maybe dry season and rain season. Also, mixed research design should be applied as to get more details on DSWM and the mass media role from various key informative through interview method. So this is the end of my presentation. Thank you so much, and Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.